Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 daggers coming your way.
Good God.
Dude, I am a king. All right, I think 3 of them hit. 2 of them hit.
2 of them hit.
All right.
Yipe.
You take 6 damage and 5 damage. You take 11 daggery damage, and now we are at the top of the initiative.
Okay.
That could have been way better.
I'm gonna run up to this guy.
Yep.
And I'm gonna poke him with my hour hand.
Oh yeah, you hit the crap out of him.
And I'll use my sneak attack.
Okay.
For 14 damage.
All right, 14 damage is going to take him out.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to run across the room in the corner and hide using the hide action.
So you ran across this square.
Uh-oh.
I need a reflex check from you.
Oh, no.
Dex save or just a dex
save? I'm sorry. Dex save.
Reflex check is 4th edition
Old
for for dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, an
Reflex save.
odd little thing you almost trip over kind of explodes. You're able to get your little kitty paws away from it. You just hear a slight smell of burnt fur, but you're unscathed.
Oh, good.
Don't forget about that conditioner I gave you. It'll help with the burns, too.
You never gave that to me.
I mean, I meant to. So
and then do you want me to roll stealth for hide or?
Yeah, you can duck behind some of this stuff and kind of hide up.
All right.
That's great.
That's the best stealth I've rolled.
Where the fuck did he go? Rogar, you're up.
Let's see here. Probably be best to try to lure him towards where we have some light by Decimus over here.
So Decimus's light goes out 10, 20, 30. It goes out to here.
Yeah. But I can't really see around that corner yet, so.
Decimus light gives you, again, you can see most of what's happening between here and here.
what's up there, Tome?
Let's see here.
What's going on?
Hola, Stephen.
Let's see here.
There's a puppy.
You may survive yet.
I mean, Bertome normally hangs out in the back, so.
You met Steve.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Well, I think in order to distract from, keep these guys away from Locke, I think I might kind of move up to this position myself and kind of do sort of an intimidation, try to lure them off towards me instead.
All right, give me an intimidation roll. You were like, bitch, please. Sweet y'all, you get a nice roar. You sound good, dude. You sound good.
You had a nice reverberation off of the walls there.
Yeah.
And let's see. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
That's a good, well thought out plan.
So +2 AC here.
Steve, I put you in the initiative order.
Nice.
All right, Jack, we're up.
Puppy. All right. Steve's screwing up my speakers. What do we got here? Well, you're close. That's good. Steve
Oh, I
apparently
need to remember my uncanny dodge. Oh,
Steve
damn.
materializes out of the ether. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Who's
Shillelagh.
parking the boat?
I was about to say he's asleep on the. He's asleep in there.
Somebody's got to park the boat.
Chalala. And stick stab.
Chili, yeah.
Chili,
La,
yeah.
la, 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 la. All right, go ahead and roll for me, baby. $14 hits this guy just fine.
5 bludgeoning.
damage. All right.
I think I've only got 1 attack. Yeah, I've only got 1 attack.
You're a druid. You definitely only have 1 attack. All right, so bad guys. We are going to go ahead and fire up some fun. All right, so the first one is going to go ahead and attack our boy Rogar. Rogar, does an 8 hit you? I assume it does not. All right, then Jack, you have 3 on you. Uno, dos, tres. What's your AC, baby?
15.
I did not mean to roll that.
3.
15. So all 3 hit you.
Ooh, this is gonna suck.
All right, so these guys, uno, dos, tres. You take 27 big ones, baby.
Still alive.
Bad guys are through. Decimus, the fire starter, come and bring your light.
So we are going to cast Flaming Sphere. And I'm going to cast it right here. So these two guys are going to make a dexterity saving throw versus a DC 16.
Which 2 guys?
Sorry.
This guy
There it goes.
and
Okay, so Flaming Sphere is here. Where
Flaming Sphere is there. Within 5 feet, make a dex save.
Okay. These guys are going to go ahead. They get a +1 to their dex save. Uno, dos, 16 and 18. Damn, I'm on fuego. Not literally because you didn't hit me, but.
Anything that, yeah. So.
All right, let's
And
see if I can
then-
get control of this fire.
Half damage, so they take 5 damage on a successful save.
Okay. 5 damage to these two. The one that Owen hit is bloodied now.
Yes.
All right. So flammable objects not being worn or carried immediately burst into flames. And then since I don't know if I can tell that, but I'm going to ram the sphere into that guy.
I think ramming the sphere is it a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay.
So make the save again for this guy.
You have to be able to see all this going on.
Okay, so I will move. Can I do it from there?
All right. Yeah, I'll
Or
let you do it.
Okay.
You can kind of peek over his shoulder. Yeah. All right. He misses this time.
So he takes 10 damage.
10 damage. He is also bloodied.
It also provides light. If that matters.
Hooray!
That's exciting.
20-foot bright light, 20-foot dim light.
2 birds, 1 stone. Okay. Bertome the late.
I guess move to there, and I assume that red.
Say again, Steve.
Sorry, did we lost you?
Red guy is a bad guy.
Yes, red guy is a bad guy.
Cool.
Red is
And
dead. Red is
I
dead.
will shoot at him.
12 is 9. Oh, 21 hits him. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
2 shots. Motherfucker is out. Steve is killing fools.
There we go. That's all I got.
Just blew his wad. Done.
All right, Locke, you are up, sir.
Is that hair gel?
Is that hair gel?
All right. Well, I'm gonna vault across these desks and then run across this desk here
Mm-hmm.
and backstab the shit out of this guy.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude's dead. Kaboom. Dude, you getting a crit, homeboy is out. Tell me how you annihilate that fool. Where do you put it?
So
Show me on the dolly where you touch him.
I put it just like literally through the base of the skull, and all Jack can see is the tip of the hour hand pierce through the eye of the guy, and I just pull it out slowly.
You
Just
were
the tip.
so on point. The guy doesn't have a chance to shake, move, or anything. His body is completely and utterly still with you holding him up by the sword point. Every bit of life exits his body without a whisper.
And then with my other hand, I take my short sword and swipe across at the guy that got beamed with the fireball.
Cool. Not gonna hit.
9's not gonna hit. And then I'll just kind of let's see. Let me make sure I have 25. So it would be back to here.
All right, super. All right, Rogar. Ain't nobody in front of you no more.
Yeah. See if I can move to this spot right here.
Here he is.
And let's see. I got 2 attacks now. Let's see if I can give 1 to each of these guys. That's doable.
Cleave, cleave, cleave.
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
I do.
Aw.
At least not in the same way.
So first one to the guy on the bottom.
14's gonna hit him. Haha, he is dead.
Okay.
Pink mist.
Turn to this next guy and let loose my other attack. Here. Oof. I'm assuming that hits.
Rogar comes in like he's leaping. He uses this thing like nobody's business, and he drops both these two right in front of you. This room looks like a war room. It looks like a planning room, a battle room. It looks like a place where if you were charting sea voyages, you would kind of make decisions, but there doesn't seem to be anybody alive here anymore. Now, these bookshelves are catching on fire, so things on the side are slowly starting to burn.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You want me to keep burning stuff?
No!
I can keep burning stuff.
I put it out.
Spaceship!
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 Yeah, I would like to try and put out the fire as best I can. I'm gonna
dismiss.
like if I have a.
You can only dismiss the part that you magically summoned.
I mean, that's fair.
The books that you lit on fire are on fire.
I mean, you did
Druidic.
call me the bringer of fire. I had to live up
Druidic
to my name.
extinguish it.
All right, it's small enough you can still get it with Druidcraft.
That's why I wanted to get it now.
I can't.
You could tell it was verging on your limit there. You were a touch on the nervous side.
I want to keep my flaming sphere. But it's gone.
Always with the fire.
Because you only get a small campfire.
Yeah. Once it gets to a raging torrent, I don't think I can deal with
House
that.
fire, no dice.
Only you.
Building
can
made of
prevent
stone?
forest fires.
There's one
All right, what
time.
are you guys doing?
Loot the bodies.
Check the desk for the paperwork.
I'll be right back.
All right, as you guys loot the bodies, you're finding primarily gold and silver. You get 82 gold, 156 silver.
Silver and gold.
You find mundane weapons, primarily daggers and short swords.
Do they have eye patches? That's the question.
They do not. They have bandoliers of daggers and short swords. They all have incredibly fine rope. You guys have
I'm sorry.
silk
I
rope.
gotta check my son again. 1 second.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay.
You guys have dealt with silk rope in the past. This almost appears to be some sort of spider silk. It seems stronger than regular silk rope. It seems lighter than regular silk rope. This seems like the nicest fucking rope you've ever seen, and there are 3 sets of 50 foot.
Give me some of that rope.
It is half the weight of silk rope, and it'll hold twice the weight.
Oh, holy shit.
I'm going to go ahead and pee while everyone's gone. Go team.
I'm taking some spider silk rope, yo. You have Comcast, Steve?
Xfinity or whatever.
Yeah. My internet's been down 6 times tonight.
Oh, geez.
Only 3 during the game, but...
Yeah, it's been pretty much this week, especially today. It's been pretty slow and, like, choppy just in general.
Yeah. There was a Northeastern Carmel Fishers Castleton voice outage as well during work today.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, sucked. So, yeah. That was no fun.
No. None. Very bad.
All right, is the band back together again?
Mostly.
Cool.
We don't have to wait for Matt. He might be.
Yeah, guys. What are you guys up to? What's going down?
I'm definitely taking some of that spider silk rope.
Cool.
Sorry about that again.
3 sets of 50 feet.
How heavy is silk rope? Since this is going to be half that.
If only you were at a computer with Google.
Or a compendium.
Not very is the answer.
5 pounds, so it's 2.5 pounds.
Jesus.
Go ahead and roll round down in your favor. So it's 2 pounds for 50 feet.
What?
This is like steel cable. You have never felt rope this strong in your life. You're actually concerned that you can't cut it.
I think Locke and who else? Matt probably should take it. Steve, I'd say
I can climb fairly well. If you would like me to take it so I can climb and then send the rope down, I can do that. But I don't need the rope personally.
correct.
It also has twice as many hit points, and it takes a DC 19 strength save to burst it.
Goddamn.
You could tie some motherfuckers up in it.
Yep.
That sounds pretty nice.
I mean, I'll take it. No one else wants it.
Maybe we find some people who aren't very nice that need to be tied up.
Oh, like that guy that I tied up and then you gave him his magical item and he came and warned
He seemed like he was on the level.
Never gonna.
One time, you guys.
I'm totally giving Decimus the side eye right now.
Go to the box. Feel shame.
So good. All right.
So
It
Steve's
does
got
appear
set.
to be chest down here.
How is Locke not all over that?
I just got back. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you're gonna do it. Okay, you do the thing.
I was worried you just couldn't tell what it was based on the look of the thing.
Yeah, like you thought it was like a chair or something.
Or a
I don't
barrel.
know.
It's got some barrel-like qualities.
No, I just had to give Decimus a hard time before I did my thing.
I'm gonna stare over your shoulder, like, and try to critique everything that you do.
I don't suggest you do that. You might get a
No,
dart
no.
in the face.
You need to sharpen your lock picks. No, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead, do it. I don't care.
But no, seriously, you need to sharpen them.
Be careful how close you get to me. My tongue is very long.
That's what she said.
Don't want a kitty cat bath.
I don't even know where to go with this, guys. I don't even know. What are you doing for me, Locke?
So I mean, is it locked?
Yes, it's definitely locked.
It is definitely locked. Okay, so
somebody did find a ring of keys on one of the guys. So
I'm always up for a challenge. So I am going to first investigate the lock mechanism to make sure that it's not trapped. Again, not my strong suit, but sometimes I get lucky.
All right, so you got incredibly lucky, and you do find out it is trapped. There is some kind of fire trap here, but it's different. So a fire trap is normally something that destroys the chest. This seems like if you would have triggered it, it would have winked itself out of this realm into the shadow realm.
Oh, wow.
And possibly the person who opened it. You're not positive. But it's a pretty easy trap to disarm, so you feel comfortable getting after it.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say, if I'm not here in 2 seconds, bye.
I'm gonna jangle the keys at him.
We could use some of that rope we just got.
We can tie you into this realm. I start taking some rope out, spooling it out, and I'm walking up to you.
I've heard rope helps interdimensional travel, so let's do this.
I mean, you can't cut it, so let's try to cut it with interdimensional travel.
Perfect.
How is this fellow going to figure out what to take and what not?
14!
You got a great knot there. You feel comfortable with it.
You're fine.
It's a double bowling.
You're okay,
50
baby
Shades
bird.
of Lock.
We got you. Now I'm going to go tie the other half. I'm tying the other half to Matt.
Give me another survival, Owen. Lock, you open it up.
Boom!
Yeah,
we're all good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and disarm the trap and pick the lock and open it up.
All right, use those tools for me, baby.
That's what she said.
Oh! Okay, that's less than you were hoping for. So, as you open this up, you think this trap has been nicely taken care of. It clearly has not. And a hole starts to open. So give me a reflex check. You can either get a ring or you can get a set of papers. Give me a dexterity save, and you might be able to get one of the two. You got to tell me which one you're getting.
I'm going to go for the papers.
Or a sack of gold.
I'm going to go for the papers.
With a dexterity 16, you definitely get the papers instead of the ring or the sack of gold. The ring or the sack of gold. All right. So, Owen's ridiculous rope trick actually works. The vortex is only set to last for about 1 round, and it's a very quick vacuum, much like the statue that you guys saw in the clock tower. You have no idea how Jack became psychic, but apparently he was ready for this one beyond a shadow of a doubt. It was about the perfect way to handle this. Because you think it would have been an athletics check not to get sucked in.
I got you,
So-
baby bird.
Decimus
I
being
give the dew claw to Jack.
being where you are, you could feel the suction from there. It just didn't affect you. All of the books along this end, all of the papers here, everything essentially within 10 feet got eaten by this
Wow.
trap. And Rick, with your shadow sight still up, you can tell that it is securely there on the other side.
Is the chest still open on the other side?
Chest is not open on the other side, but the items are not in the chest.
I'm gonna hold
They're
up
kind of
the
right in front of it.
I'm gonna hold up the papers and say, "Look what I got, guys."
Is the ring something I think that Paycully could bring back for me from the Shadow Realm?
So he hasn't done that before. Normally he goes to the ethereal plane. but
To
you
be
know
fair,
he
I
can
haven't told you
jump
about the
planes.
ring.
No, that's fair.
Stop metagaming.
To be fair, he has not told you about the ring.
That's
super
fair. Never mind.
But he did get papers. He got some sweet papers.
So the question is, did I see the ring or did I just grab the paper?
You 100% saw everything.
Okay.
You had a split second. You are a well-trained thief. You saw a bag of gold, you saw a ring, and you saw some papers.
And a
Okay.
bag of
You had to
gold.
make what you thought was the best decision.
Yep. So yeah, I hold up the papers. I say, "Look what I got." There was a ring. Yeah.
Was there a bag of gold?
Insightful question.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is, Decimus can actually see the sack of gold fall right in front of the chest in the Shadow Realm. So he sees this fucking sack of change land right there. You might miss seeing the ring. It's pretty tiny. It's hard to kind of tell, but you definitely see the fatty sack of gold land right there.
Was there a big bag full of money?
Nope.
Not at all.
So Paycully can go to the ethereal plane. You think he can go to the shadow plane. If you want to give it a risk, you can go ahead and roll it for me. You got to make an Arcana check to help him get there.
All right, let's see if he can do this.
He can definitely carry the ring. He can't carry the bag.
That's fine.
Dude, that's
Oh,
great.
shit.
You're able to kind of guide Paycully. You realize that what he does, he actually spins a web that looks a lot like a dream catcher, and it creates a portal in between the web strands. And he does it so fast you barely see it. It looks like one of those young girls playing with the strings.
Cat's
So-
Talking about the
Jacob's
game?
ladder.
Yes, the cat's
Yeah.
cradle, Jacob's ladder. He kind of forms one of these with his own webs and then steps through it. It happens
great.
so fast you can barely tell, but as you watch, you can see kind of an arcane influence there. He is innately imbued with this arcane idea of the planes. It's almost like he has a built-in compass. So all of a sudden, you see Paycully form right there. He grabs the ring and he does the same thing to come back.
cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
Too bad about that
You'll
ring,
only
man.
be able to do that when you are able to see into the shadow realm and able to help him. You think without that, he would have a tough time going to that world.
You sure there wasn't a bag of gold, Lock?
No, there was paper in the ring. Huh.
And it's really too bad you
Yeah,
didn't get the ring too. What's the paper say?
Okay, so the paper is a couple different things. The paper has 3 different scrolls. One of invisibility, one of levitate, and one of tongues. All of which could be copied into a spell book. It also has a very large map depicting the coastline. And then it has a brief history that talks about the fallen temples and the shadow god. It talks about Hitokron, the deceiver of men.
Is invisibility, tongues, and what was the other one?
Levitate. Invisibility, levitate, and tongues. And all in, the paperwork seems pretty old. The stuff about the fallen temples and the shadow gods. It'll have to take some time to research. It's a handful of different languages. It's big enough. You're talking like a nice light reading. It'll probably take you about an hour and a half, 2 hours to read through it all.
I've got comprehend languages as a ritual, so I can make it so that
You
everybody can
actually
read it.
speak Ancient, so you can read all this.
Okay, cool.
So still tied to the silk rope, I just walk over to Decimus this way, and the rope just kind of drags across the middle table here and knocks everything off.
Well, there's no longer anything on this part of the table.
Okay.
It all got sucked into the Shadow Realm.
All right. So then, yeah. Then I just kind of hand the papers over and say, whisper, there was a bag of gold.
It seems right.
That's fucking awesome. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna need some time to read this stuff. I'm just gonna kind of roll it up and put it in my pouch if we need to keep going.
I'm afraid we won't.
Seems like there's a lot more of this building we haven't explored yet.
I'm afraid we won't have the luxury to just sit here for a couple of hours.
At this point, you don't think you will.
Papa Bird. Eh? Eh? Berries?
Yeah.
You got any berries?
Oh, the berries.
Biggest fucking pear you
Come here,
ever
baby
seen.
bird.
I just don't feel 100%, and would feel much better.
I didn't make a skip card for
It
that.
does look like Jack's hurting as well. I'm going to go ahead and take this moment to cast Cure Wounds here on Jack while I'm next to him.
So there's 10. So I conjure up 10 berries. Each one provides 1 hit point.
Can I, while they're doing that, can I do a Arcana check on the ring?
Sure. You're pretty sure it's magical. You're not positive, but at 14, you're pretty sure.
Okay.
That was bad.
I'm not putting it on, just to be clear.
I gave you 4 at least.
Hey, it looks like it might be one ring that might control a lot of rings. You're not sure.
Not putting her on. Not doing it.
I mean, it might not be. I'm just saying it could be.
Not
Let
doing
me
it.
hold this next to the fire. I think there might
You've heard
be
of this
something.
ring, and it controlled these other 9 rings and some shit. You're not positive, but some shit. All right.
I mean, I did just grab a scroll of invisibility, so the guys wouldn't know if I just disappeared.
So what you got for me, baby? Where you guys going? What's up?
The door that I pushed on was
Jack
locked.
over
Do you
there.
want to go? Do you want to go check that out?
That
Back over
worked
here?
out really well for me last time, so sure. I think there was another door too.
There is. There's a third door.
Oh, there is. Okay, I couldn't see that.
Sorry, let me reveal harder. There we go.
Nice.
This wasn't revealing hard enough.
Owen, are you still there? I don't see you.
I think you had to go wife things.
Okay.
I'll
I was
grab
just
them.
wondering about his good berries. I wanted to try and split them up.
Yes, 10 of them. They're 1 hit point apiece.
Right. I don't want to take all of them.
Take as many as you want, baby.
Go
I'm
for
making
it.
you deal with it.
I'll take 5.
All right.
Why is there a spider outside on the street?
That's my familiar.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a face spider.
All right, cool. So you guys get back out to that vestibule.
So which door should I go?
Oh, and
This
there's
one
a
or
message
this
for
one?
you in chat. All right. Which door are you guys going into?
I think we should go with the one that Locke's standing in front of.
That one.
Choose number 3.
It is locked.
Yeah. Then as the name implies, I will try and unlock it.
Cool.
Also investigating for traps.
Okay. You feel okay about this one? No traps?
I'm gonna
Life-
jangle the keys at him again.
You are, in fact, living La Vida Loca.
I mean, it worked out pretty well last time, so.
Do
Oh
this.
yeah, you have the keys, eh? I stand back from the door and I motion towards the door.
Dingly,
If
dingly,
you're
dingly,
so-
dingly.
If you're so confident, go ahead.
I'm gonna try to find the key that fits into the lock.
There's about 7 keys, so you find it pretty quickly.
Okay. So I'll turn the lock, and then I will step back and
So,
motion and
Hold
lock.
on. With your
Before the door-
investigation, you do believe there is something there. You got a 15 investigation. I assume that was looking at the door with the keys, etc.
Yeah, trying to find the key that fits.
Well, more than that, if you were to use the wrong key, you think that this might have a explosive reaction.
Guys, the door's unlocked now. There's no traps anymore. It's
All right,
not
who's
trapped
opening?
anymore.
I'll open the door.
You're gonna
So-
touch it, like with the handle, the whole deal.
Don't touch it.
Where are we and
Don't
why?
touch.
Just, out of curiosity.
I mean, Decimus just told me that it is no longer trapped, right?
Right,
Totally.
I unlocked it.
Yep.
All right, he told me it's good.
Steve,
So-
we're here.
It is
because
good,
It's
you're
for the
good.
children.
You guys are saving kidnapped children. There's been a lot of children that have been taken by this smuggling group. That's the ship you were on last game. You came in for the last half of that as well.
Yep.
The pirates were essentially smuggling children out. You don't know why yet, but this is their base of operation because you didn't find any children on the boat. But you are investigating missing children from the street.
Gotcha.
They're fuck bags.
Not the children, because that's fucking weird to say, dude.
No.
Don't say
Called a
that.
bunch of
pirates.
missing children fuck bags.
That's,
The pirates.
Children are fuck
That is
bags.
The pirates.
Way too soon.
Oh.
That would be a reason to have to rescue them.
Okay.
Everybody's in the room now.
I don't even
So I'm gonna peek around the corner and see what's going on.
I mean, Bertome's right there. You guys can see you 30 feet for Steve. Looks like a workshop bench kind of vibe. Locke, you can see a little bit more with your excellent cat eyes. And then there is another one of those strange altars, Locke, you can see out here. This thing has essentially some kind of snake man hybrid sitting on an altar with a skeletal left hand. And he has 2 pots like braziers. But the braziers have a bluish black flame glowing from them.
Bluish black flame is never good.
Hmm.
Rick, from your shadow sight, this is one of the biggest things that's clouding everything. Those things look like you're looking into bonfires, maybe even brighter, like flare guns. It hurts your eyes to look that way. You'll have disadvantage if you have to fight facing this direction.
Can the
Facing
people
this
with
guy.
bad eyesight not see the flames?
No, because they're black. They actually absorb light. They act just like fire does, but they do not shed any light. In fact, you think they will dim light if they're near a light source.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm not gonna make the mistake I made last time, and I'm gonna sneak up to this little this hallway, and I'm gonna peek around the corner to make sure there's no one there.
Give me a stealth. Let me know how sneaky you really are, man.
Look at that rogue getting learned.
Stealthy AF.
Dude, you are stealthy as shit.
Oh shit!
Dude, this looks like an open workshop.
And nothing.
There is a pile of scrap kind of on this table here. There's some weapons here. Come on, work. There we go. There's some weapons here. Come on. There we go. And there's an unlit brazier here.
How do? Well, I want to do a Arcana on the statue.
You got to be a lot closer to get anything that's going to be valuable.
Okay.
For you to do Arcana, like to really get a good sense on if it's magical, you got to basically fondle it. You got to look for runes. You're looking for craftsmanship. You're looking for faint glows. You're looking for warmth. There's certain pieces you can kind of tell. but it really does require you to be right up on it.
The reason I was doing the Arcana was I wanted to see, like I'm feeling like this is something that we should probably destroy, and like does it? I'm trying to figure out what the best way to destroy it would be.
It definitely represents some nasty shit.
There is a keg of gunpowder in the other room.
I mean, that sounds
Just
like a great
saying.
idea.
A keg of gunpowder would probably destroy this nice 20 or 10 by 10 foot statue.
Is that what's in this too?
Yes, that's another keg of gunpowder.
I mean, roll out the barrel.
Who has light sources?
My staff's lit up.
Decimus does.
Okay. I didn't know if he didn't because of his crazy shadow stuff now, but
He actually cast a ritual to be able to see any of that.
Are Locke and Rodgar still tied together? Because no one's really said that they have.
No one said they're not. So
Okay, just
Yep.
making sure.
Yep, I have not
Alright.
untied myself.
So Rodgar is currently being drugged forward.
so Decimus is
Well,
only
slowly.
one with light
I mean,
source?
he's got 50 feet of rope.
Well, it's 50 feet, so I mean,
Yeah.
there's some slack.
Rogar, do you want to roll that barrel over here to this keg, and then I can stand back in the corner and cast Firebolt and explode it?
Yeah, I'll grab this barrel real
As
quick.
he's walking
Alright.
that way, I'm walking the opposite way, and we do kind of top the rope.
All right, Locke. You get kind of a weird chilly sensation when you get to the square you're in right now. That the flame that's coming off of this thing has an unsettling feeling. You can feel that you would have a tough time spending hit dice here. You think that healing might do less than it would in front of this flame. You think this flame in general would be detrimental towards life.
Do we feel
Living
like the
like that.
do I feel like the cleansing fire of power or power of fire is going to take care of this statue?
You never got closer than 10 feet away, so you're pretty sure you're good.
Okay.
But you definitely didn't get close enough to get a good handle on it all.
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
am
Alright.
standing entranced by the flame.
I was just about to say, Locke, give me a wisdom save. Oh, wow. You are surprisingly fighting the urge to reach out and grab the fire. The fire almost seems to be calling to you. It seems to be saying your name repeatedly in small dances and waves. It seems to be gesturing. It seems to be offering you up its power if you would just reach out and touch it.
Yeah, so like I resist the urge,
Yep.
but I'm still just kind of sitting there with a cocked head, staring into the flame, not really moving.
All right, party. Your rogue looks halfway mesmerized by this shit.
You doing okay?
He
Maybe
shouts
we should
from
give him a
10
tuck.
feet, 20 feet away.
Like, come on. We need to blow this thing up already. This barrel's getting heavy.
What? Oh, hey. Yes. Yes.
You doing
Yes.
okay?
Yeah. Blow it up. Yeah.
All right, if you got something, you got to bring it up to put the
good idea.
gunpowder on the statue.
So I kind of walk away and start scratching my head and looking
Yeah.
around.
So yeah, I should put the barrel like on something next to it then.
You got to put it on the statue itself. It's got to sit kind of right here in the center on the altar part.
I gotcha.
So you got to literally walk up to this thing and do it.
All right, I'm gonna take a chance here.
All right, give me a wisdom save, whatever 5th edition wants it to be called.
All right, where am I here? Wait, shoot, that was not the save, was it? Crap. I actually had the wrong thing, but add 3 to that because that was
All right.
his proficiency bonus. But
So with a 7, you
Yeah.
reach out and touch the flame by accident. You don't even think about it. You just kind of reach out and touch it. The flame on this top part of the statue leaps off into your fingers. And you can kind of feel yourself get a little colder inside. Feel a little bit less like yourself.
Do I notice him do this?
You actually notice the flame go out.
Ugh.
Okay, so I want to take the rope that's tied between us, and I'm going to frantically pull away.
All right, give me opposed athletics versus Rogar's athletics.
Oh, God.
This is not
He's
going to
good
go
at
well for
athletics.
me.
Yeah, so I got
Skinny little kitty, giant fucking dragonborn in armor.
I gotta throw
It is
athletics
what
as
it
well.
is.
Then.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Just make an athletics check against Locke's athletics check.
Jesus.
All right, not only does he not move, he doesn't notice that you did it. After he beats you by 11, he doesn't even realize you're pulling on anything. You actually go like a quarter of an inch this way.
Yeah.
Rogar, you don't notice. You seem fine. The fire doesn't seem to hurt you. So you're good to go. You can put the keg down and go. Do your thing.
So, how is Rogar seeing, by the way?
Rogar sees perfectly now, but Decimus ran himself back out like a hot minute, but 10, 20, 30. He's in dim light right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I mean, he's got 30 and 30.
I've just been following Decimus around because I can't see otherwise.
Yeah, he's in dim light. And actually, he doesn't gain dark vision from this, but, you know, he gains something.
All right, everybody out of the room. This is going to be loud.
All right.
Bertome, Jack on the other side of me.
All right. Where are you guys going?
Get out of my space. Pop my head out the front door.
Shit, people are leaving the building?
I'm not going that far.
I'm just peeking around the corner.
You see what happens when Decimus lights normal stuff on fire.
All right.
That's true.
You blowing it up? What are you doing, Decimus?
Firebolt.
All right, hit an area in class 10. If you miss it, I'm going to laugh.
I got a 24.
Oh, okay.
Super neat. All right, it blows up. And you get a big hole in this wall.
Is the
Well, go
statue
through the-
gone?
Oh, the statue is decimated. Decimus.
What happened in the Shadowfell?
So the Shadowfell statue still seems to be there.
Okay, so it didn't affect the smoke clouds and bright fire and stuff.
No, but where you're at, you can tell there's a little bit less of a shadow presence.
Okay, well, yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, the Shadowfell was not affected. You
Okay.
gonna go through, check out the hole?
Fuck no, we're gonna go in the main door.
There's a big hole right here.
That's where they're expecting us to come
shit.
in.
There's some shit you opened up.
I'll go there. You guys can go through the main door.
You guys gonna do that?
I'm so
open the two
tied
doors
to
at
you,
the same
so that's
time?
not like that much.
You gonna open one door here and then open the other door, or go through the hole down there?
That might be fun.
I don't like that smile.
Unless they're different rooms. Those are pretty far apart, right?
I mean, I just blew
Even
it
if I-
up.
Even if I couldn't see the wall on the map, they seem pretty far apart.
I'm going
They
to start
seem pretty far
untying
apart.
myself.
Steve, give me a history roll.
I can do that.
As long as you get a 12, you know exactly how big it is. You have a very good sense of awareness of this room. So you know exactly how many feet you have gone. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I mean, it would have to be bigger than either of those two other rooms because there's a hallway leading to the other two.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go in the hole.
Are you guys going in the hole, or are you guys going in the front door?
We should probably go in the hole because someone's probably going to be coming out of it, if nothing else. If there's anyone there.
I'm thinking hole.
All right, put your
aren't you always?
your tokens, your whatever the hell they are down there.
All right, making my way. I'm untying myself from
Yeah,
the
I will do
giant
the
dragon.
same.
I'm gonna investigate the the whole.
So not a lot of investigation needed when you get there. You can see right in. This hole is easily a 8-foot wide, 6-foot high. I mean, you made a fucking doorway. And it's funny because it actually looks like there was a secret door behind this thing. The wall itself was not as wallish as you expected. There was
Okay.
some wooden wall there. And what you see on the other end is a serpentine shadow. The scales on this thing glisten the opposite of glistening. They seem to absorb light. Everything around it gets just a little bit darker. Its eyes are blackish purple, not reflecting anything. You actually feel like you're slowly losing bits of yourself if you look too long at its face. Its horns are wicked, its teeth are sharp, and you see a strange fucking purplish glow coming out of its mouth. It looks at you and says, well, you weren't supposed to
Well, you weren't supposed to what? What'd you say?
get here.
You weren't supposed to get here.
And that's the end of the night.
Ah!
Nice.
That's awesome.
All right, so it'll be a couple games before the next game. I wasn't sure how much of this you'd get through, but you do see the trap door here and all kinds of sweet swag. This looks like if you were a thief looting some shit, this looks like your loot room.
Yay, loot rooms.
So
Yay,
I do want to do a live game. When we do a live game, I'm shooting for probably a Saturday or a Sunday for dads. I assume that's easiest to get away.
Mhm.
Yep.
After we finish this dungeon, which will probably be next session, we'll have one more session in between, and then we'll be able to do the live game. So at this point, schedule-wise, our next game is going to be on the 23rd. The following game would be on the 6th. Let's go ahead and say the 6th is going to be online as well. So the second half of February. So either the 17th or the 24th, whatever works for you guys.
17th is good for me. 24th, I've got something going on.
17th it is.
If the 17th works for people, we'll shoot for there. What times are good?
Doesn't matter to me.
Evening's always good for me. Like afternoon or evening is good.
What time would you like to start?
I mean,
2?
3, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, I'd like a solid 6 hours to play, maybe 5 to 6 hours, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So if we
I'm probably more towards 2 than myself, but
okay, if we started at 2, that'd get us till 8 o'clock. Does that work for people?
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and book that. We're going to go ahead then and do February the 17th, 2 o'clock till about 8. Everybody can go home, hug their kids, have a drink, whatever you need. I will have beer. I will have whiskey. We will have plenty of minis if you don't have your own. But if you have your own, feel free to bring it. I would never stop you. I actually do not own a Tabaxi mini because they're the devil and I'm not interested in that shit. But I'm sure we can figure something out. I got a couple options.
Cool. Somebody sending out a meeting invite so we can get on everybody's calendars.
Yeah, I can get that done tomorrow morning. I won't get it done tonight, but I can get it done.
Cool. I would like to nominate Owen for the champion of the evening for tying Rogar and Locke together. That was fucking incredible.
that was brilliant.
I don't know if that was planned, but like if that was actually the thing that was going to save him from getting sucked into the Shadowfell, or
Completely
whether
off the
improv
cuff.
that, but it was
I
awesome.
didn't think anything was going to save him from getting sucked into the Shadowfell, so I'm actually surprisingly impressed.
Completely off the cuff.
In the nicest way possible. I was literally mimicking a previous dungeon. I didn't expect you guys to get it, so nicely done.
Nice.
Nicely
That was
done.
awesome.
That was pretty impressive.
Oh, and I think you win hands down. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Hands
And
down.
when we come next, you'll get to fight a shadow dragon and then see if you can finish up the dungeon.
Hopefully we don't die. Yay!
Yay!
I mean, let's not
It's a
die.
relatively small shadow dragon. From you guys have heard some things about some dragons. It doesn't look as big as other dragons you've heard of.
I mean, I met a
I'm
dragon
sure
one
it's gonna
time.
be nothing. I'm sure it's going to be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's definitely not as dangerous as a one-eyed pirate that you let go. So the catch and release pirate program is definitely not as dangerous as this. All right. So, guys, we will see you guys again on the 23rd at 8:30, 8:45, whatever it is.